How long have you been doing wholesaling?
2 years.
Okay, and how many deals do you do a year?
I post like 15 to 20.
You're doing 15 to 20 deals a year? Has this been valuable for you, T?
Yeah. What? Yes. What? Yes. Absolutely. Because this right here was the main issue I was having was like I was watching the videos and they were like not telling me the verbiage or what I needed to put into the contract. How does the contract look? You understand? So I'm thinking like, you know, how do I go about getting? Yes, high five, virtual high five. Yes. Yes, this is very, very valuable. This is what I was missing, my key point. This is my key point.
Hey guys, it's Jim G from Jim G's Coaching Club. And in this Airbnb passive income for wholesalers video cheat sheet, you're going to see how you too can make money with Airbnb without owning property. You're also going to see, when looking at Airbnb versus wholesaling, like T did, how much easier, less stressful, more predictable, and more profitable than wholesaling this Airbnb passive income strategy, or what some like to call the rental arbitrage strategy, really is. The tips you're going to get by being a fly on the wall in this conversation I'm having with T, you'll be able to implement almost right away and possibly become the next Airbnb success story like me and many of my Airbnb coaching and mentoring students. And at the end, you're going to see a very valuable resource that I share that will be huge for you if you're interested in starting or growing your own Airbnb passive income rental arbitrage business. So now I'm going to let you see and listen in on this. But before I let it roll, I'm going to ask, if you appreciate the information that I share here, please like and share the video. And comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Also, ring the notification bell and please subscribe to my channel to get the most updated Airbnb content as I roll it out throughout the week. Oh, and from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate it because when you share, like, and subscribe, it also allows me to help others obtain financial independence, financial freedom like I've been blessed with, through creative real estate investing, and in this case, Airbnb. So, God bless you, and here we go.
Tell me about your real estate business. Tell me what you do.
I do wholesaling.
You don't. All right. So you do wholesaling. So my question to you is, what? How much wholesaling? How long have you been doing wholesaling?
2 years.
Okay. And how many deals do you do a year?
I post like 15 to 20.
You're doing 15 to 20 deals a year?
Yeah.
Are you really? Okay. So.
Yeah. No. I got. Like, I really have like people under me in the street and stuff like that. So.
Okay. So you rolling. So you're rolling. All right.
I'm trying.
And when I no. And when I say you're rolling, like basically, if you're doing 15 deals a year, you got activity, right? You got activity. Like you don't just do 15 deals a year, just twiddling your thumbs. Like you have enough activity where you could actually scale it if you really understood how to do that, right? I mean, you may, but I can tell you, if you got all this other stuff going on,
Yeah, that's how my brain is like.
We can talk, because I'm going to show you some stuff with Airbnb, and I'm going to show you my portfolio. I'm going to show you how to lock in these properties, how to find them, how to lock them in. And then from there, really, it's going to be a matter of you just going ahead and implementing. However, I say all that to say this, I keep the processes simple, right? So that it's easily duplicatable. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Is that all right?
Okay. Yes.
All right. So looks like Airbnb is moving a little bit slow this morning. So let's see what's going on. We'll start though with here. What it's showing here is that I want to just show you just a little bit of one of my portfolios. All right.
Great.
So what it's showing is that we have 27 listings, and what I'm going to show here is performance.
Yeah, but I'm really into passive income, so this is something that I'm looking into.
So what this is showing right now is that so far for this year in July, well, we're at the end of July, so through 7 months, I've generated $98,000 with Airbnb.
Wow.
Okay, and so far of that 98,000, so for July, so now it's moving pretty good. So for July, it's showing that I've generated 16,141 is what I've earned for July. In June, I only earned 14,243, and I say only because in May I did another 16,157, and in June it should have been more. It should have been probably more like 16 or 17, maybe even 18,000. But I was, one of the things I did is I had to make some adjustments, and in order to make those adjustments, I had to take a step back so I could take 2 or 3 steps forward. And so the process, so it cost me a little bit to do that. And now we're back on track. But in June, before I made that, I was working probably more like 10 hours a day. I'm not a day, 10 hours a week, just with this portfolio alone. Now I probably work now, maybe I work a half an hour a day.
Cool.
Right. So, but I had to, in order to make that jump, I had to, take some steps back. Right. And so it cost me a little bit to do that. But again, we're back on track. July, we've generated for July 16,000, and then in August we're already going into August with $9,800. Right. So we're already ahead of the game in August, and so that's one thing. The other is, from a cash flow perspective, it works out pretty good too, because the money that's coming in, what it's showing so far is that of that $98,000, they've already deposited nearly 81,000 in my account. And the way they do that, it happens every day. So like, well, it didn't show yesterday, but it's showing the day before yesterday, they deposited 373, day before that, 476, a couple of days before that, 2 deposits went in for about $500. Day before that, close to $500. Day before that, a couple hundred.
Right.
Day before that, a few hundred. And then what it's showing is that I got some money being deposited over the next few days, and that is you got $200, and then on the second there's a bunch of payouts coming on the second, which total 6, 14, 20, 19, 20, 25, 25, 20, 27. It's about $2,700.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then another $1,000, $1,100 after that. So it's coming in every day. Right. And that's regardless if I'm sitting here talking to you, T, or if I'm in Puerto Rico hanging out, or if I'm in, if I'm asleep, or just, or working on something else.
Right.
Right. So it is pretty passive. I set it up. It's set up to be pretty passive if you do it properly. Right. And so here's the template, and it's just copy and paste. Right. It's just copy and paste. And guess what? The beauty, here's the other thing, T. The beauty of setting up and being able to say, oh yeah, I spend 30 minutes a day, or 2 hours a week working, and I got, all this passive income coming in from my real estate portfolio. That's where I make my money, from my real estate portfolio. But the beauty of doing it is so that I can continue doing the things that I'm passionate about. I love helping people. I love talking about real estate. I love doing deals. And the other thing I do is I also have a homeless ministry. I didn't even mention that, but I have a homeless ministry that I started 6 years ago. And that was one of the things I was pretty passionate about too. The Lord really stirred my heart to do it. I did it for 4 years straight. I wasn't even doing real estate. I was just feeding into these guys and mentoring them
Wow.
and you know, so this is all part of just being able to do the things that the Lord's really giving you a heart for, right? And
no, I give free credit repair classes to the women at the abuse center. Like, this is crazy. I give free. I feel like people should understand what's going on. Like, I go there and I repair their credit for free because, you know, these women feel trapped. They feel trapped. Like, there's no place to go. I can't do nothing. I'm stuck here. You're not stuck. Let's get it together. Yeah. Go ahead. Keep going.
So in this, what you're gonna see is that and a lot of people know I do the homeless ministry, so I put that in. But this is the key to any of the leases. I don't care if it's their lease or one that you're gonna use here. But I always like to forward my leases first. Number one, it just makes it easy for a lot of the landlords, because most of the landlords that I deal with, I got significantly more experience than they do, but I don't tell them that. Right, going in. I mean, well, when I say I don't tell them that, when they see this, they recognize that I do have experience, right? So they see that I got 47 units, but they don't really understand. Like, I used to have over 300 units in my portfolio. You know, they don't understand the history, and I don't get into all that. I don't really get into that. In fact, I try to avoid talking about it because I don't want to scare people off, right? But in any case, I also, as we start moving forward, and I know that that you know, potentially, you know, we are going to be working together, I'll say, hey, I got a lease. I say, no, you haven't, give me your email address. I'll send you some other documents that might help in this process. And I don't even tell them about the lease, but I forward it to them. So, and then they go, oh man, this is better than the one I use. You know, yeah. And then they don't mind using it because it protects them. It's the same lease that I use for my own stuff, but it's also better than one they use, and then they can copy it and use it going forward on their other stuff, right? So I send them this, but it has the language in it that I need and that you're gonna need. And if it's their own lease, don't sweat it. You just need to amend the lease before you lock it in to make sure it has at least this in here. It doesn't say, now I have in here that the property will not be used for church services and there will be absolutely no homeless ministry activities. And I do that because if I put that in there, it's only because I may have had a conversation with someone about my homeless ministry, and I don't want them to think that I'm going to be using their property for that.
Right.
We have our own properties for that we do, and so they don't have to be concerned. But you want to at least have that in there for two reasons. There's two reasons you want to have that in there. One is so that they know that you're going to be there. You're not going to be there every day. They don't know how often you're going to be there, but they know that you will be there.
Right.
And you're not just taking their property so that you can lease it out to people that are coming and going.
Right.
Right. You're going to be in control of that place at all times. And then two, it's not saying anything about you leasing or having tenants.
Mm-hmm.
You're not leasing or having any tenants. Right. What you're doing is you have some guests that come and go from out of town for business purposes, and you're gonna host them just like if you were in your own home. You're hosting them, so you don't have any tenants coming in back and forth.
I needed this. All right.
You needed that, right?
I needed this.
You know, like when you get to a certain point, it's about those little silver bullets. It's not about the big picture. The big picture, you miss those little key pieces, and that what makes all the difference in the world. And that's where the lifetime experience comes in, right? There's a lot of little key pieces and a lot of big things that you understand that you're doing, but when you add these little key pieces, it takes you to a whole nother level, right?
Yes.
So you're gonna get that, and so that's the key.
I'm already thinking about how I want to tweak my contract, because basically, you know, I'm military, so I want to I accommodate a lot of military families coming to graduation and their guests, or I'm already thinking.
I know you are. So in any case, you're gonna get this as well, and so you're gonna see how a lot of this stuff fits together, and how it works naturally in the business that you're already in.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Definitely.
So that you set these things up, passively, and how, when things don't necessarily work out, you can always flip it to someone else if it's not, or, if it doesn't fit, it still makes sense, but maybe not from this side, maybe a different side.
Right. Yeah, no, definitely. Woohoo. Awesome. Definitely. I see.
You see?
I see it.
You see the light. I see the light.
I see it. I'm thinking about everything I need to think about, how to get this started. Because I built my business credit up as well. So I'm thinking about, I'm going to use my business cards. Because whatever has to do with business, I don't have no personal guarantee to it at all. So basically, I'm going to use my business cards for whatever I need to purchase and do for this side as well. So I see it. I'm thinking. I'm thinking, yes, that sounds like a plan. That sounds like a plan.
So tell me, has this been valuable for you, T?
Yeah. What? Yes. What? Yes. Absolutely. Because this right here was the main issue I was having was like I was watching the videos and they were like not telling me the verbiage or what I needed to put into the contract. How does the contract look? You understand? So I'm thinking like, how do I go about getting? Yes, high five, virtual high five. Yes. Yes, this is very, very valuable. This is what I was missing. My key point. This is my key point.
Let me ask you this: if you were yourself talking to yourself, right? You've already gone through this thing. Right now we're here, right where we are. Let's rewind 2 or 3 days ago, and you were yourself considering, hey, do I do this or not? What would you say to yourself? What would you say to others that would be considering working with me and at least, getting some Airbnb training?
No, this is definitely worth it. Like I said, like a couple months ago, I was kind of like, maybe this isn't for me. And then I seen your gig, and I was like, okay, I'm going to give it a try. And I'm very happy. I'm absolutely ecstatic that I actually clicked on it. This is very, very, way worth it. So I would, looking back on myself, I'm applauding my past self because you did good, girl. I'm happy you clicked on it. So yes, I am so happy. My past me, we got one for the win.
So what I would say is, so we'll wrap up. I just wanted to, again, I'm doing this, I don't have to do this. I do it because I'm passionate. It's not about the money. It's not about that. It's more so that you guys can take what I've been blessed with and be able to take it to the next level for yourselves as well, and then hopefully be able to pass on as well to your families and to others that that you care about, as you allow that stuff to grow for you as well.
So do you do have other gigs on there right now?
Yeah, I have other gigs on there. If you want additional.
I'm going.
But yeah, and then I can send you some other stuff too, but that's fine. You could do that. If you ever decided you ever wanted to become a formal student, let me know, and I can, just because of who you are and what you're doing already, I'll work something special out for you.
Okay, awesome, thank you.
Yeah,
right,
cool.
I'm there. Right. Count me in. Once I get my mom all worked up, and I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm excited, and I've been doing properties for a long. I am excited. Let's go.
The beauty, you know what? Here's the thing. Like, you can, it's funny. One of the things that that someone told me before was that when you're, if you wanted to learn how to spot counterfeit money, you don't go and study counterfeit money. You go and study real money, because you'll know what it smells like, you'll know what it feels like, you'll know what it sounds like, and then when a counterfeit comes, you'll know how to spot it right away. Right? It's the same thing. Like, you know real estate to a certain degree because you're in it. Like, you got enough going on, you've seen enough of the not so good stuff, but you've also made some money in it. You know about business. So when something's real, you can spot it. Like when something's not real, you'll spot it right away too. And that's where you're at now. Now you're at, oh my gosh, I really came across like the real deal. Like this is for real. I know you get it. I get it. You get it. I'm the same way. I got mentors too, not necessarily in real estate anymore, but I have business mentors that are just they're in a different stratosphere. But I recognize it when I see it, and they're not cheap. Like they're like real, but it's worth it to me, right? Because there's only so many people that can help you get to the next level that are genuine. Right. There's some people that there's a lot of stuff out there. There's a lot of stuff out there. And so we get it. Like when we see the real deal, we get it. And that's where you are right now. You're like, so I'm looking forward to at some point in the near future, hopefully sooner rather than later, working with you some more. But even if we don't, right? Even if we don't, I appreciate what we've had so far. And I want you to at least take this, what I just gave you, and do something with it. If you put the same energy into this that you put into everything else, mark my words, within the first week, you're gonna change that. Within the first day, I'm gonna tell you that within the first day to 2 days max. If it doesn't happen in the first day, I'll be shocked.
Right.
Like if you just take this after we finish the template and you start doing what I told you to do, send it out within the first day. Right, and I can only say this because I work with many people, right? Many people all over the world.
Right.
Within the first day, you're gonna start getting responses, and then you're gonna be back to me going, Jim, what do I do next? Like you might not be saying that because you have a little bit more experience than a lot of other people. But even my guys that have more experience, they go, okay, how do I approach this? Like so then we can talk about some other things after that. But implement, right? Don't remember how I was shaking my head.
Yeah.
When we first started, you know why now, right?
I completely know why.
Right? So you get it now. So implement, focus on the simple things first, get that going, and then we move into the steps. Okay?
Yes, okay. All right, Jim. All right. I'm
All right.
excited. I got the rest of the day to work on it too. So all right.
All right. So God bless you, and I'll send you the stuff back out to you. I'll send the stuff out to you right away. Okay.
Yeah, and if you send me that completed gig thing, I'll definitely fill it out.
Yeah. The only thing, the audio takes a little time to render, so I'll send the other stuff out to you right away, but the audio will be following.
Thank
All
you.
Right. Oh, you're welcome.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, it's Jim G from Jim G's Coaching Club, and I want to thank you again for making it to the end of the video. As I mentioned when we started, I want to share with you some free bonuses that you can use and implement immediately to get you started making money with Airbnb without owning property and possibly becoming the next Airbnb success story. The bonuses are my Airbnb Getting Started cheat sheet, and as an additional bonus for your dedication, I am giving you my proven landlord contact template, which was blurred out in the video. And as icing on the cake, when you've completed it, send me a copy and I will personally review it for you and let you know if you should make any changes for optimal results. Now, I hope you understand how important that piece is, because I only normally do that for my Airbnb Accelerator students. However, as you know, my passion is helping as many people as possible achieve their dream of financial independence and financial freedom with creative real estate. So all you need to do now is follow my steps and implement. Remember, I got your back. So with that said, if this was all valuable to you, you can help me by liking and sharing this video and commenting below. I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget, please subscribe to my channel for additional creative real estate coaching and more Airbnb passive income video cheat sheets. Once again, God bless you.